PUBG Mobile has been the king of shooters on mobile for quite some time, but now that Call of Duty Mobile is out worldwide, things are about to get very interesting very quick. Hey warriors, I'm Ben, and today on Android Gamespot, I'll be analyzing and comparing the two giants in PUBG versus Call of Duty Mobile. And just a quick reminder before we begin, I publish new videos every week, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell for more epic content. For starters, this video was made possible thanks to my Patreon supporters, and you also can support the channel so we can keep pushing boundaries and making the best content for mobile gaming on YouTube. Plus, you will get some awesome rewards and more on this later in this video. Both PUBG and Call of Duty Mobile draw from an aspect of realism, at least to some degree, while still giving you a blend of intense combat, variety, and different gameplay modes focused on their massive multiplayer action. But the first question that made me decide to make this video was, what's really different about these two mobile games? Call of Duty Mobile runs on the Unity engine, while PUBG Mobile is powered by the Unreal engine. And while at the end of the day, this doesn't have a big impact on either game, as both games look absolutely gorgeous. We're here to compare, and to do so, sometimes you have to look at the tiny details. Unreal is often associated with photorealistic visuals, while it is known that it takes a lot more work to get Unity games to look as polished, and that is one of the differences you will immediately spot in these two games. Graphically, the two games have very different character. PUBG Mobile seems to have a lot more fine detail, while COD Mobile feels graphically dense with a lot of details crammed in, but again, not quite the same level of clarity that PUBG Mobile offers. PUBG Mobile also gives the feeling that everything has a little bit more breathing space. There's a greater sense of open space, while in COD Mobile, things seems to be a little more crowded. Definitely when we look at the maps, you will find that finer details like the type of ammunition lying on the ground isn't as clear in COD as it is in PUBG. Now, I'm not saying that COD Mobile looks bad, actually quite the opposite, but it's also showcasing a different world, one that's designed to reflect the Call of Duty experience from the console and PC platforms, and that has advantages in different areas. One element that I especially like about COD Mobile is the gaming environment, and more specifically, the destructible environment. I'll explain. There are windows to break and fences to smash, while PUBG Mobile doesn't have much in the environment that you can destroy. This makes COD Mobile feels a little more dynamic in some areas. The only element you can destroy in PUBG Mobile are the doors. COD Mobile also has a lot more in the way of explosions, which you don't really get in PUBG Mobile. In other words, there is sometimes more going on in Call of Duty Mobile than in PUBG Mobile. Not many games get the privilege of defining a genre, and PUBG is single-handedly responsible for the Battle Royale genre hitting the mainstream audience, with so many other games looking to recreate the sort of multiplayer battles that it offers. And knowing that Tencent is involved in both games, it's not a surprise to me that there are similarities, especially around the controls, which are in fact similar in both layout and on-screen elements. On one hand, we have PUBG, which feels like it's Battle Royale first with a range of arcade modes second. And even those arcade options do in many cases have a Battle Royale style, but in a more compact package. Sniper Training or Mini Zone are perfectly good examples of that. On the other hand, we have Call of Duty Mobile, which feels different. It starts off with multiplayer instead, a 5v5 battle in smaller maps, and in a number of different modes like Frontline, Deathmatch, Dominations, and Search and Destroy. It took PUBG a year or so to offer this type of multiplayer package, so COD Mobile immediately feels more engaging and dynamic. You can do so much more, and it plays better with a range of different maps to play on. Yes, if we're talking about the Battle Royale mode in COD Mobile, it's currently just one map as well, with zombies, and I have a feeling this will change soon, but it's not just a copy of PUBG Mobile. Call of Duty Mobile features some gameplay elements in its Battle Royale mode that PUBG just doesn't offer, like helicopters and the ability to revive your teammates after they're dead, which in my opinion brings a dynamic in Battle Royale that makes COD Mobile just different. The big difference in the Battle Royale mode between the two games comes to this. COD Mobile makes you feel like you're a Tier 1 operator with cool, high-tech at your disposal, while PUBG feels like you're a regular Joe. Another big difference between PUBG and COD is how upgrades work. PUBG Mobile is more aesthetics, the costumes, the themes and the skins, giving you the option to start the game dressed in a steampunk outfit or like a clown. COD Mobile on the other hand is a lot more straightforward, because you're an operator going into battle. COD Mobile offers a collection of character styles and some accessory customization like the color of your wingsuit or parachute, but not the option to choose all of your clothes or armor features. If you've played even a single game of PUBG Mobile, you know that you start with no weapons in Battle Royale whatsoever, while COD gives you a knife and some skills. So there is a little more you can do from the get-go in COD, but playing arcade modes, you get a lot more freedom from Call of Duty. You have the chance to choose and upgrade weapons and choose from different loadouts to suit the map you're about to play in. Playing the game and leveling up unlocks different weapons, and you can make the choice of what you will have as your primary and secondary weapons, unlocking and upgrading as you go. Weapons upgrades are fairly straightforward to get, and whether those who buy passes will have a real advantage is something that remains to be seen. Both games have a freemium style, where you can buy passes or credits to then get skins and crates, so the most customized players are probably the ones that spend money in the game. But as for the time this video is made, there is no real gameplay advantage that comes from spending money in either game. One major distinction between PUBG and COD Mobile comes down to the gameplay. At its core, PUBG Mobile is a fairly simple survival game. You parachute in, gather weapons, ammo and gear, survive and win. In COD Mobile, you start off with little, gather stuff faster, but you also have a full range of skills that PUBG just doesn't offer. Now don't get me wrong, a lot of the stuff is the same. We're talking the airdrops, ground vehicles and maps with varied terrain and a decreasing game area. But COD Mobile often lets you get bigger weapons faster. You will come across a rifle with a scope and you're set to snipe out whoever dares show up on your scope. Or maybe you'll bump roads with a truck that has a minigun mounted and you can rampage the place. There's rocket launchers, sticky grenades and things like drones and UAVs to remotely locate and attack other players. All these things expand the range of combat options. And let's not forget about the zip wires to get around the map, and a lot of automated chatter from your teammates that make it feel busier and enhances the atmosphere and immersion that PUBG lacks. While PUBG, on the other hand, can have moments of immense calm. I've had times, for example, where I was out gathering stuff for 10-15 minutes without seeing another soul. The controls are basically the same, although Call of Duty Mobile adds skidding, so you get more movement options. On the flip side, PUBG Mobile feels a little more edgy. You can't take a lot of damage playing it. A couple of hits and it's all over. While in COD Mobile, it feels like you can unload an entire mag into an opponent and they're still standing, making it a little more skewed towards face-offs and just more action in general, because if you do die, your teammates can scan your tags and you can drop back into the game on a revival flight a few minutes later. The one exception to this is snipers. Sniper shots are fatal in COD Mobile, and they are too in PUBG, but maybe not a one-hit kill. It might be because PUBG is giving snipers a longer range to shoot from because of maps that are just more open. I'm not here to tell you this or that game is definitely 100% better than the other, at least not in the context of this video. PUBG Mobile has been out for quite some time, and Call of Duty Mobile is enjoying the hype of being the new kid on the block, new and shiny. Any PUBG Mobile player will immediately know how to play Call of Duty Mobile because they are similar enough to just transfer your skills over. But I have to say that I think Call of Duty Mobile offers the better arcade experience. It is just designed for fast-paced action, sliding around, launching hunter-kill drones and getting up and close to your enemy's face. It's a blast, and it's something that I don't think PUBG does as well. When it comes to Battle Royale, PUBG does look better and the pace of the game feels very different, but that same logic applies from the arcade modes. If you're the type of person who always jumps into the fight guns blazing, then Call of Duty Mobile might fit your playstyle better. If you're the type of PUBG player who likes to avoid contact and use stealth to get to the last 10 players before picking off whoever is left, you're probably not gonna find that in Call of Duty. This analysis isn't complete without your thoughts in the comments. What do you think is the better game and why? Let's continue the discussion in the comment section down below. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, your likes are very much appreciated, and subscribing is a good idea if you haven't yet, as I make new videos like this every week. Also, special thanks to my Patreon and YouTube supporters, and if you also want to support the channel to keep getting better, you can sign up for a membership on YouTube or Patreon and get access to plenty of awesome rewards like behind the scenes or video shoutouts as a bonus. The raw footage from the Call of Duty and PUBG featured in this video are available on the Patreon page. Links to both are in the description. Once again, I'm Ben, thank you warriors for watching, and I'll see you next time, right here on Android Gamespot. Stay epic!